what happened. But we are here. We are here for the kids. We are here for the adults. We are here just to brighten your night a little bit, knowing what's going on around the world. We are all facing a crisis. We are all facing something that seems, Darius, it's like a sci-fi movie, you know?
I know. It's absolutely insane. But the great thing is we are close to friends and family and
Yes.
even connecting Trinidad to all over the world. It's
Yes.
absolutely amazing. So
Yes.
it's 8 o'clock at night in Trinidad, but
Yes.
we're just spreading this love around and it's a family thing. So nice to do this with you, Nisha. Let's do this.
Oh, it's nice to do it with you as well because I mean, your background is intriguing. For those who missed it just now when I was freezing up, I'm Nisha B, by the way, from the band The Karma. You all would know me, my television show, my radio show, and of course my band Karma. And I'm a singer basically. And Darius, give us a little info about yourself.
Well, I was born in Trinidad, raised in Trinidad, and moved to America for the dream. I'm an actor in LA. I have a
Wow,
business, motivational speaking platform,
I saw.
podcast. I travel, I
Yeah.
speak, and I just have a few businesses around. But me, I'm just always here to just give inspirational content. So when I saw I could do it with you and we do this thing for the kids, I got real
Yeah.
excited and I told them I'd love to.
I think it's a good, um, it's a good step for us because we are both like in an entertainment field.
Right.
You being inspirational speaker, I mean, I can probably call you after. Tell me.
Anytime.
But it's really nice that we can touch base from
Yeah.
so far away. Before we get into our story, can you tell us how it has been for you guys in LA?
Yeah, in LA, it's pretty calm. I wish I could flip the screen. I don't want to. This is LA. I'm gonna do this for everyone out there. This is LA right now. Here we go. It
Wow.
is. It is calm. Streets are calm. It is really, really calm. LA is not too crazy. I live on a major street.
Yeah.
Right above the Hollywood sign is right up the
Wow.
street. It's really
That's
calm.
crazy.
Yeah, but same as everyone, we're staying inside. And as artists and even kids who want to be artists, this is
Yeah.
amazing time for us to just think, create, and
Yeah.
think of things that we never wanted to do. So some people may try singing, just like you want to be a singer like
Yeah.
you. And this might be the time to go on YouTube, get some lessons,
Yeah.
and even like reach out to people like you about singing and how is it to perform. So this
Right.
is a nice space where even though there's a lot going on in the world, in LA, I think people are becoming really creative. And when this is over, we're gonna see some new people jumping into different industries.
I think so. I think so. And also, you know, things are blessings in disguise, and a lot of people were unable to spend time with their newborn children, babies, with their families, things like that. And now you're finding people all over just at home doing things that we would have been doing 20 years ago, cooking at
Yeah,
home, looking at television shows together, reading together, playing together. It's like we step back in time a bit, and that's the only,
yeah,
upside to it because I haven't seen my home in 6 years. I've always been traveling, working, um, spending time away from my 4-year-old son. And, now is the time that I'm enjoying being with him. But of course, we are
yeah.
all practicing social distancing. We're all practicing
Oh
doing the
wow.
safe thing. Um, I know for kids it can be boring. To a point, sometimes you may think you wake up and you are seeing the same set of people, family, mommy, daddy, brother, sister, and you're bored. So Read2Me TT will be doing this venture every week where, two new readers would read to you all. And tonight they've chose Nisha B and Darius. So should we start?
Hey, let's do this. Let's read this book straight
There
out to
we go.
Trinidad.
Oh yeah, good, great, great. So
All right,
one more question for you, Darius. As you're an actor, are you
yeah.
going to act the scene for us?
I probably would get into character a little bit with this guy named
Good.
Akil. So let's see what
Akil.
happens. Let's see what
Oh yes,
happens.
did great because I really like this book. I think this book, as I've said before, it has a really, really good key points to it. You pay attention to what actually happens. So simple. And it actually happened to me when I was little. So we could get into that afterward. I maybe find out if it happens to you.
Oh yeah, we'll do this after for sure. All right,
Good.
you
So let's
start.
start. So is the Kali? I think Darrius is going to start with.
Yeah, I'll start.
The book.
All right,
Here you go.
here we go. Story.
I'm listening to.
All right. It was finally Carnival Saturday in Trinidad and Tobago. Akil looked at the beautiful bat costume his mother made for him and smiled. He proudly spread his wings and thought to himself, I'm so happy. I feel as if I could really fly. Akil had been looking forward to this day for months and even helped his mother with the housework after school so she could have time to sew his bat costume. All over the country, the carnival fever was in the air, and Akil loved to listen to this lively soca music on the radio. Akil was very excited that his class was taking part in the carnival parade of children's bands through the streets of the capital city of Port-of-Spain. As his friends grouped together in the front of the magnificent red house, Akil looked up at his band's banner which read, Old Ma's Time. His best friend, Jason, was dressed as a fancy sailor and was practicing the special dance that his teacher, Mrs. Wong, had taught him. Everyone was having a great time. Akil lifted his face to the sky and said, What a perfect day.
Well, just then, the school steel band started to play, and Akil could feel his heart beating with excitement at the sound of the sweet soca music coming from the magical silver oil drums. He was thrilled that the steel pan was playing his favorite soca song. Akil was dreaming about joining his school steel band next year when Mrs. Wong said in a very loud voice, It's time! It's time to start our parade through the streets. Let's go, children! Well, you can imagine, Akil and his friends gave a squeal of delight, and they all wanted to show off their beautiful, colorful costumes to the onlookers standing at the side of the street. Well, after about an hour of dancing in the hot sun, and you can imagine how hot it was, Trinidad, Akil started to feel very thirsty. He now understood why his mother insisted he took a bottle of water with him, and he was sorry he did not listen to his mother. He had purposely left the water bottle in the school bus. Now, when Akil saw a snow cone vendor at the side of the street, he knew he had to buy a snow cone. Guess what happened next? Although Mrs. Wong, the teacher, repeatedly told all of the students in his class that they were not to leave the band without asking permission, Akil decided to slip away for a few minutes. His plan was to be very quick, buying a snow cone, and of course, rejoining the band before anyone could notice he was gone.
Dum dum dum.
What happened?
Akil. All right, so Akil, he paid the vendor for the snow cone and some of his birthday money and took it with him with both hands. The snow cone felt so cold and looked so delicious, and Akil couldn't help but smile again. It was only last Sunday that his father bought him a snow cone from the vendor around the Queen's Park Savannah. But Akil felt like it was ages ago he had tasted his favorite treat. He thanked the vendor and started licking the syrup on his snow cone. It was so sweet and satisfying that Akil forgot all about the time. Akil thought to himself, what a perfect day. He loved playing mass at carnival time and decided to ask his parents to let him have an even bigger costume one day. Suddenly, Akil looked around and realized that the colorful band close to him was not his own. He became very frightened because his friends were nowhere in sight. Akil wondered, where is Jason? Where is everyone? He took off his mask and looked all around in directions, but still could not see any familiar faces. The snow cone in his hand started to drip to the ground. But Akil didn't like eating it anymore. Why had he ignored the important safety tip he had been taught for months? Akil had never been so scared in all of his life and felt like crying. However, he decided to brave it and said to himself, I must find the band.
Well, Akil threw the rest of his snow cone in a nearby garbage bin and tried to remember what Mrs. Wong had told the class about getting lost during the street parade. Her words, ask the nearest policeman for help, flashed through his mind, and there was no policeman in sight, although he decided to ask the snow cone vendor to help him, which was the next best thing, I suppose. And she was the one who eventually spotted a policeman and called him over to help. Aki looked up and he saw the policeman, and tears were welling in his eyes, and he pleaded, please, sir, I'm lost. Could you help me find my band? While the policeman looked at the tag with his name and school information, thank goodness, pinned on Akil's costume and said, come with me. I think I know where your band is. The policeman held on tight to Akil's hand as they walked. After a few minutes, he leaned over and spoke to Akil in a very kind voice. He said, don't worry, I can see the hat of a tall Moko Jambi up ahead. You'll see your friend soon. When Akil finally reached his school band, he ran happily toward his friends, Dalan, who was dressed as a midnight robber, and exclaimed, Mrs. Wong and the school principal are very, very worried. They've been looking all over for you. I see the policeman talking to them right now. Well, you can imagine, Akil took a deep breath and went over to where they were standing. Both Mrs. Wong and the school principal gave him a big hug. Mrs. Wong said, I'm so relieved that this kind policeman brought you safely back to where we were, to the band.
Yes. And tears welled up in Akil's eyes. But they were tears of joy. I'm so sorry I did not follow the safety rules. I promise I'll never leave the band without asking. Mrs. Wong smiled at him and said kindly, I know that you're sorry, Akil. I want you to know I am very proud of you for asking us for help as you were taught. Let's get ready now for the judges in the Queen's Park Savannah. We'll talk more about this later. Akil wiped away his tears. He was so happy to be back with everyone once more. And just then, the steel band started to play his favorite song again, and the music sounded sweet to Akil's ears. He spread his wings and started to dance, forgetting the carnival scare. And that's the
Well,
end.
that's the end. But that was
That's
quite a story. So many things happened in that story, with him getting lost, getting scared, feeling that moment of not wanting what he wanted most, which was the snow cone. And I mean, as a kid, have you ever gotten lost?
have I gotten lost? I actually had I had a carnival instinct. So whenever I felt like the band was straying as a kid,
Yeah,
I would just look across and I would see my mom. I
right.
actually did play Kiddies Carnival a lot growing up.
Wow.
So definitely I was used to sticking next to someone. I hadn't gotten lost, but I could imagine that feeling as a kid, not knowing anybody, Have
I
you?
know. Well, my incident was pretty silly. I got lost in a store with my mother. She just
Oh,
simply, I walked away from her. She was in one aisle and I went to the other aisle. And I don't know if you would remember Kipolani's. This is
where
long
is that?
time,
Oh
a
my God,
very
no.
long time ago. It's a department store that does not exist anymore. But for those of you
Oh
looking on,
gosh.
we know. I got lost, but I know what Akil was feeling in that book, because for that moment, him alone being there, and the next best thing was him locating a policeman, and he could not locate the policeman. And then he did the next best thing, which was speak to another adult, the snow cone vendor. And it's a norm that happens in Trinidad where children wander off and they lost their parents. So
Yeah.
kids being on, you all need to always have a plan if you were to get lost or separated from your loved ones at any event that you may be at, a park, a bazaar, a mall,
Right.
things happen, kids, well, I'm not a kid anymore, but, kids do mess up, but I can imagine the fright. We do have some discussion questions. Are we going to go through them or?
Yes, let's do these discussion questions. Let's do it.
All right. Okay, so the first, would you go first or do you want me to go first?
Oh, you go first.
Well, the first is, why did Akil disobey his teacher and wander away from his band? You guys, you can also comment. I'm looking at your comments. I hope you all were listening,
Yes. Yes.
and paying attention. So comment and let us know, what you think. It's a good exercise if you're looking on with your kid. Ask your kid what happened there. So our first question is, why did Akil disobey his teacher and wander away from his band? So does anybody, if they're not, because I will give the answer.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Answer.
He wanted a snow cone.
Yes. Okay.
Sorry, I can wait. He wanted a snow cone, so he wandered off. And I mean, I can get lost for a snow cone. I mean, I seriously can. But
Shonda, too late. She gave the answer after Nisha gave the answer.
Nisha let it out the bag. Sorry. Okay, so I guess Darrius, is your turn.
All right, question number 2. What could Akil have done differently to avoid getting lost that day?
A couple things.
A couple of things, yeah. Anybody has any questions?
Yes.
Every Trini kid loves a snow cone. I know every Trini kid loves a snow cone.
We
but
do.
What could he have done better?
Yeah, what could he have done better? Yeah.
All right. Question on your lime. No, I mean, he could not have lied. But Nisha, you have an answer. What do you think he should have done?
What he should have done was paid attention, obviously. Adhere to the rules. But being a kid, sometimes you don't. You are easily, just swayed away from things. Simply, he said, "Oh, my throat is parched. I need something to drink." Woo, snow cone, man, boom, that's it. But paying attention would have been the key cause to staying.
Nikki Loves Trini said, "Stay in the van."
Yeah.
AKA my mom. Mom
yeah.
is asking an adult to go with him. Talk to his teacher. Talk to his teacher would have been a good one.
Yes, that would have been a good one.
Talk to his teacher would have been a good one.
Oh,
next one for you now.
Okay, well, I think we discussed this. Have you ever been lost? And what did you do?
You've been lost in that department store.
I screamed. And my mom came running and she's like, "What is wrong with you?" And I felt so humiliated,
Wait, how old were you?
Probably 5 or 6.
And you remember that?
Yeah, I do clearly, because it was my first experience being away from mommy, and I am a mom at school. But actually, any of our viewers, have you ever been lost? Or your kids, what did you do? This is a serious question, because you've always got to be prepared, because you don't know, people are doing all sorts of crazy things these days with kids, and human trafficking and whatever. These things are very real. So you've always got to have a plan. But on the lighter side of all of that, I do remember me being in Holland a couple of years ago. And now my father, when he's passed now, but I remember he took me to a market. Now imagine going to a market, it's freezing cold, and what he's looking at, obviously, I'm not interested in. So I wandered off and I lost him. And what was really queer, Darrius, is that the entrance of the market looked the exact same as the exit.
Oh my goodness.
He was waiting at the exit for me, and I was waiting at the entrance for him. And we were separate for 3 hours. It was crazy.
Oh,
so
wow. When he
eventually found me, his first reaction was he hugged me. He was scared that somebody took me or whatever. And I was an adult. And then the other part of it was that, he was furious. He's like, "What's wrong with you?"
That's like the teacher. She was like, "We'll talk about this later."
Yeah, no, he's my dad. So, no yelling. But he's like, "What is wrong with you?" I
Yeah,
remember that. Okay, so anyone, if you've been lost, how did you deal with that situation? Because as I've said before, times have definitely changed. Children have been kidnapped. Children have wandered off from their parents and walked away in simple places, restaurants, play
yeah,
park, schools. I mean, you always have to have that plan, that communication with your child to let
yeah,
your child know what to do next. Yes, to speak to an adult, trusted, a policeman, So,
yes,
uh,
yes.
yeah, somebody,
Akil got lost.
yeah, he got
Yes, it's
lost.
crazy. How quickly can something, yep. I watch way too many. I watch too many documentaries as well too. So
Oh, I do too. I do too. I know
yeah,
that I have some extra spare time. I look at a lot. So you can
yeah,
imagine.
I know,
You
right?
can imagine. But we have another question. It's your turn, Darius.
All right. Question number 4. Who should you ask for help if you are lost? Who should you avoid asking for help if you are lost?
Hmm.
Who should you ask for help if you're lost, and who should you avoid asking for help if you're lost?
Wow.
Hmm.
Well, first off, if I were to be lost, I would definitely look for someone in authority, you know, that authoritative figure, policeman, obviously. Because basically what you're asking here is who should you not ask? And sometimes wolves come in sheep clothing. So it's a bit odd. What would you do?
Yeah. I think it was right. Just ask a policeman for help, and or like a security person. If
Yeah,
somebody like looks in authority,
yeah,
right?
yeah. You have to
So
have
yeah.
enough. Yeah.
Next
And then
one is for you.
we have, if you and your parents, teacher, have made a safety plan in case you ever got lost, what is it?
Hmm. Anyone has a safety plan? Asking police. We agree, Nisha. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you and your parents ever made a safety plan in case. Oh, did I ever have a safety plan? I don't think we ever had a safety plan.
This this thought crossed my mind if I ever did back in primary school. No, basically what happened was we were not allowed to leave our gathering whatsoever. We would be punished. So,
Or
but nowadays, I believe nowadays what I have been seeing happening is that they would tag the children, schools, they would keep them together, color coding and things like that so that they would not drift off or stray away. Because as I've said, it's very, very simple, very easy for a child to just move off,
yeah,
just
yeah,
get easily distracted and move off. So um, I think schools, when they're going on their field trips and so on, they do put things in, preventative measures. They do have things in place in case the child wanders off. There's actually a case in Trinidad where a child walked up in a mall and was found wearing his tag, and a parent got in touch with the school and things like that. So it
Oh,
happens.
nice. Oh, yeah. Well,
Uh,
I think Akil had a tag, so that helped. So
yeah,
wear your
see?
tags. Wear your
Yeah.
tags.
And then he did the correct thing too, where he went and he spoke to the snow cone vendor, and I studied how he throw away that snow cone.
Don't throw away your snow cones. Keep your snow cones. It's
I
gonna
know he
keep you
got scared. He
hydrated.
got scared. I mean, at that point, you'd be like, I don't want this anymore. I just want my mom or whoever I was there with. We do have
Akil,
one more
Akil,
question.
Akil. All right, yeah.
Yes. Yes. Look for an officer in our comments. Yes, you all are correct. And share with your children. Remember, this is all about your kids to make sure that they are informed and well educated in situations like this. Um, do you know your full name, phone number, and where you live? Do you know your parents' full names, first and last name? Well, this question is obviously not for the adults, but for children. And I mean,
Yeah.
Darius, these questions shared that we are sharing, for the parents looking on, because I'm a parent now. I would want my kid to be well informed and, educated about these simple things, because these simple things could be big things.
Yeah. Do you sit down with your kids and ask and to let them know, hey, this is my phone number. This is do you do anything like that or
Yeah, yeah. I have one kid, a boy. He's 4, and
oh nice.
I compare what I had known then when I was 4, playing with my dolls and things like that, and now they are open to so much of technology, and they actually teach themselves. So my
Oh,
son
nice.
has adapted to a lot of things. He's very, very smart. He's a very smart 4-year-old. Smart, so smart that I'm pretty sure he's outside of my bedroom door right now, trying to figure out what is my mother doing, you know?
Or he's probably on this Instagram live right now,
Yeah,
reading
I
and
was
watching,
I was gonna
commenting
bring him
right
on
now.
with me, but he's very hyper, so he would have been singing, and he's a little drummer, by the way. Um,
Oh,
but
nice.
but he asks a lot of questions, and I know to a parent sometimes when a kid would ask you questions, um, and it's they're repeating it over and over, you may lose patience, but please don't,
Yeah.
because I've learned that between the ages of 1 to 6 is their learning stages where they learn really, really well. And before we get back into the book, because we need to touch it still a bit, to the parents out there, now that we are in the situation and we're all like on a lockdown, the lockdown is good, by the way. Social distancing is protecting us and protecting us from helping us protect each other and people out there and your children as well and your elderly family. Um, what's really, really important during this time is that you can mold your children, you can teach them things, you can really look at the way they react, look at the things they say, look at the way they speak, and get to spend that time with them, and really see how you can have your input in with it, because this is what I am enjoying right now.
Right.
And I'm so rude I did not ask Darrius if you've got a kid.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't have a kid. So I'm learning from you right now. I'm actually
Oh,
comprehending, processing it. I don't have a kid as yet, but when I do, I definitely going to take your advice. So I'm listening to you.
yeah, because children right now who are at home, as we've said before, Read2Me TT brought this about so that there would be some sort of entertainment for children at night,
Right.
so that they would hear like a bedtime story, they would learn from it, they can spend valuable time, with their siblings. But
Yeah.
to the parents out there, please don't become frustrated if your child isn't moving to what you're trying to teach them at home, because I think homeschooling is a little bit more technical. And if you've got a kid between 1 to 6 or 1 to 5, they learn and they adapt learning from playing. So what I do with
Oh,
my
okay.
child is I give him games that he can learn from teaching.
Okay.
It has ABCs, counting, and things like that. So parents, just remember that. Don't lose your patience with your child if they don't want to sit down with a book and color or write or whatever. Remember, this is a process for them as well. And these children must get bored too. It's not like they're going to be like, whoopie-doo, we are so excited to be at home.
Yeah. And just I'm just curious, have what learning tools have the schools in Trinidad provide a platform for kids to learn at home, or is it a
Yeah.
scenario where they how does it work right now?
Well, my son is in preschool, and what was sent to me directly 2 weeks afterward, when we realized that it was going to be a longer time, he had books sent to him, online books, that we could download and teach him
That's
and things like
amazing.
that.
That's amazing that they have that.
Yes,
Yeah.
and now they are they are offering online courses and online tutoring for children.
Oh,
So
wow.
I think it's a good initiative. It's just like everybody, as much as you and I, we want to go back to our normal lives. We want the children to go back to their normal lives. But we have to be patient, and we have to let the world heal. We have to let this thing heal. We have to be careful.
Right.
Again, I don't know how it is in LA, Darius, if you've been seeing a lot of social distancing. Have people been abiding, adapting, or?
Yeah. I mean, I go in my neighborhood here for a little jog, and people across the street. It's people are really social distancing, but it feels a little bit lonely. When you see somebody and the most you could do is a mask. We have to wear masks in LA when we
Yes.
leave.
So
Um,
do we.
oh, nice. It's adapting across the world. I spoke to a friend
Yeah.
in Germany, said the same thing today. And
Yes.
in LA, it's grocery stores, and no one's just saying hello to anyone. It's really everyone's social distancing. It's amazing. People are staying at home.
Yeah.
But I do agree with you, and I think, in line with getting to know your kids a little bit more, I think getting to know what kids like, and on top of that, you yourself, this is a time when I've spoken to so many people and they've said, "Oh, I'm getting into acting," and I've done video calls with people from all over the world,
Wow.
and I've said,
Yeah.
"Hey, you know, I follow your stuff. I would love to learn how to act, or what should I do?" And I've done, you know, a video call last week with somebody. So people are figuring out things that they actually do like, but are afraid to try. And this is
Yeah.
a safe time, maybe the next couple of weeks, to try something after this, or try something tomorrow that you haven't tried before. Go on
Yeah.
YouTube, learn how to cook, learn how to paint, and see
Yes.
if do something that you
Hey,
actually
I can
like.
cook, by the way. I'm a
I am
good
not
cook.
gonna try. I'm not gonna try to sing like
Yeah.
like you.
Oh, anybody can sing. Anybody can sing.
Okay,
Anybody.
okay.
Anybody.
All
And you
right,
know,
all
speaking
right.
about acting, I've always wanted to act, you know, like
So
always.
you got
Yes.
it. So
Have you
then,
seen, have you ever looked at an Indian movie?
yes, when I was in Trinidad, I used to like,
TTT, right?
yeah, I used to watch. I mean, it was fast, but
Yes.
it's you know. So hey, you could definitely. I think you should try it. If you need
I
any
would
tips
love
on it,
to. I would definitely
we could
love
do
to.
another video. We could go on, and I could just tell you step by step how you do it, how you get
Yeah.
into it, and I feel like you'll crush it.
I think I would love to. That would be like amazing. And then
Yes,
I will have you do like an Indian soap opera with me, like Pacha.
I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. Just teach me the basics of Hindi, and I'm there.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Good, great, great. Well, I can tell you one thing in Hindi. Um, Mera naam Nisha hai, which means my name is Nisha.
Minama, Minama,
Mera, mera naam
Nina Nam
Nisha
Darius.
hai. And yeah, you can say Mera naam Darrius hai.
Ni,
I hope I
ni,
got that correctly.
nice, nice.
But you know, we are we ready to wrap up, or do we still have time?
I
Because
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, if you want, we could wrap up. Yeah, you could close it off.
you know, spending this time with our viewers, I mean, to everyone who tuned in, who you know would have told your kid, um, guess what? Nisha B and Darius is going to be reading a story for you all tonight, and you will,
Right.
you know, come on and listen to the story. I mean, this is a very good initiative, and I think that we ought to pay like a lot more attention to things like this because I think what Read2Me is doing here is amazing. So I want to say thank you very much
Yeah, thank you
to
guys.
yeah, to the team there, to Read Me TT. You all keep it up. You all are excellent what you're doing because you're providing a forum for families to connect and for children to really open their mind to, you know, something that's different. And you don't see that happening a lot. So we really, really are happy that, you know, this is going on right now. I'm actually going into my notes. That's why I'm so to wrap up, we just wanted to touch and let you all know, if you all are really listening, want to leave you all with some messages for this time right now. As you all know, we are facing COVID-19, which is, whew, what do we call this? I mean,
A life-changing event right now, and
life,
yeah, historic event that we will all
life-changing.
overcome together.
We will overcome. Oh, I just hit my head. Yeah. The whole thing is that, as I've said before, to me, it was like being in a sci-fi movie because just a couple of weeks ago, I was
I like
flying in and
that
out,
one.
but I was doing my shows. I was, you know, you know,
Yeah.
it's just like everything has paused, and as I've said, taken us back in time. But children listening and the adults as well, please continue to practice social distancing. It will save your life. It will save other lives. Please always sanitize. There are a lot of things you can do. You can go online and check what you can do to continue to keep yourselves clean, washing your hands, of course.
Yep.
I think there's a rule they say you can say the ABCs twice, and that's the amount of time it takes to get all the germs off your hands.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've read that, and you know, simple things. You have to go out. You have to leave your home. Leave your shoes at the door. Leave your clothing. Take it out. Take a shower. You know, things like that, and help your kids to practice it. Children, if you're listening, remember always tell mommy and daddy, please wash your hands, leave your shoes at the door. Let's keep this place germ free. Let it be like all germ free and let it be good.
Yeah.
And remember, we can all do this because we are all in it together.
Yeah.
Um, the most epic part about this, an epic and an unfortunate sense, I would say, is that it's not one country going through an earthquake or hurricane. This is the entire world facing something. This has never happened before, probably years ago when they had Black Plague and this sort of thing. But now you're seeing every country, most every country shut down, most every country adhering to things. So please, please, friends, keep yourselves safe, keep yourselves alive, keep each other alive. Our final closing message, Darrius.
Yeah. See you kids tomorrow for a brand new story with 2 new readers. And this is
Yep.
Read2Me TT. So thank you guys all for listening. The hearts, the everything. Kids with your parents. Parents love your kids. Kids teach your parents how to use an iPad. and Nisha, you were amazing reader. And it was so good to like meet you. This has been awesome. And if that Bollywood movie is coming out, please, if there's a role for me, please let me know.
Of course, there'll be a role for you, but before we go, Darrius, I just want to thank also the author of the book. Well, how did I forget her name? No, that's no way.
Gail Morong.
Gail Morong. Gail Morong, I want to say thank you. You wrote an excellent book. I'm just going to do a little thing here with my sister. She has also written a book, and I'm going to tell Read Me TT about it. It's a Caribbean vibe book about Christmas and seasonal things. And keep doing your stuff, people out there. A great way to bond with your children. Tell them a bedtime story, or tune in to Read Me TT for their bedtime series. Next week with 2 brand new narrators and, of course, brand new faces. So, but we'll link again, Darrius, for sure.
Yes, we'll link for sure. All right. Take care,
So
Trina.
bye.
Take care, world. Bye, everybody.
Thank you very much for joining us, Darrius. And thank you very much, everybody who has tuned in. Thank you all very much for locking on. And let's keep this going. Read Me TT. Thank you.
Bye.